The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball is brought to you by Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Culvers of Lincoln, Grow Incorporated, Chestnut Health Systems, Brian Clark State Farm Insurance, Collision.
Welcome, Railer fans, to WLCN's coverage of a Central State 8 afternoon matchup here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium between Lincoln's Lady Rail Splitters with a record of 8-9 and 4-2 in the Central State 8 Conference, and the Lady Lions of Lanphier High School with a record of 6-9 and 2-2 in the Central State 8 Conference. Lincoln's boys lost to Lanphier here at Roy S. last night, and they travel over to Quincy, and that game will be broadcast tonight here on WLCN. But right now, it's the Lincoln ladies against the Lanphier ladies, a rivalry between the two schools that goes back into the 1950s. And Jan, not as much of a rivalry between the girls' basketball programs as there has been the boys' basketball programs. The girls' basketball program has not had the success that the boys' basketball program has at Lanphier.
Exactly. There were years where Lanphier was very strong. They had a couple of very strong seasons, but overall it has not been. Everything is spread out there in Springfield, and you get some of the teams a little bit better. But you never want to underestimate anybody. Lanphier is coming off of losing 4 of their last 5, recently losing to Bloomington last Tuesday. Lady Railers have lost 3 in a row. So both teams are looking to get back on the winning track, so you never want to overestimate anybody. Underestimate, I should say.
Lanphier's program struggled last year. They're a little better this year than what they were last year, but still struggling from time to time. Lincoln, on the other hand, has had kind of a roller coaster ride this year. They have shown they can play and actually win against just about anybody, including having, the 10-point game against Chatham in overtime last Saturday was not indicative of how close that game was, and it was a winnable game for the Lady Rail Splitters. They've lost 3 in a row, and they need this game to get back on track.
Absolutely. They had that great win over Morton, which was a huge upset, and even though Glenwood did not have their leading scorer, who was out with an injury, they are still a very good ball club, and the fact that Lincoln played them to a tie at the end of 4, and again, the 10-point spread at the end of the game in overtime was no indication whatsoever. So, yes, Lincoln can compete with anybody because they have a defense that forces turnovers and makes offenses do things or other teams have offenses that they're not used to running. And so, Lanphier's coming in here, and they know what Lincoln does. Everybody knows what Lincoln does, and we'll see what kind of game plan their coach has against that.
Lanphier has struggled offensively. They're only scoring just a little over 40 points a game in the 15 games that they have played, and they're actually at a deficit of about 120 points of what they're giving up on defense. Lincoln right now is averaging about the same offensively and defensively, indicative of a 500 team. So today is probably going to be a story of, can Lincoln cause enough problems to get Lanphier to turn the ball over and take advantage of it and get their offense going on the other end to put points on the board.
And looking at what Lanphier has done throughout this season, they're scoring again, yes, just a little over 40 points a game, 41.3, but they're consistent in the first 3 quarters. They're averaging about 12 points a quarter. It's the 4th quarter where they're coming up short. So whether they're getting fatigued and running out of gas, or whether other teams are putting on presses, but there's something that they're lacking in the 4th quarter. And again, Coach Rohr always has said, we need to get off to a good start in the 1st quarter, and I think that'll be indicative of what we need to do here tonight.
Mentioning that, it is time to check tonight's list of the games sponsored by Me Realty. List your home with Me Realty when it's time to sell. If you're looking to buy, check the listings at merealty.com. Jan, 3 keys to today's basketball game for the Lincoln ladies.
Well, as we always say, turnovers, minimizing turnovers, but we have to understand that turnovers are part of a girls' basketball game. Unfortunately, we're just a little bit smaller, not quite as quick as the guys. So Lincoln needs to minimize those turnovers. I think defensively, we need to capitalize when we force the turnovers. If we are able to make the team throw the ball away, let's see if we can't score at the other end. And I think another key for this game is, again, we're coming off not only 3 losses in a row, but we also lost our win streak at home. So I would like to see the Lady Railers come out with a little fire under their belt and really make a statement here today that they are ready to get back on that winning track.
I think that's the thing that we have observed is that the intensity of this basketball team is inconsistent. It may be there for 2-3 quarters of a game. It may be there for an opponent such as Morton or Glenwood, and you get another opponent, say like a Limestone, that maybe the intensity is lacking for a quarter or 2, and that's how you lose basketball games. You've got to come with an intensity every game for 4 quarters, no matter who you're playing at this level.
Absolutely, and it's a game of wanting to win, and it shows in how you play. And sometimes I think the Lady Railers are a little bit you can't tell. All of a sudden they're down 6 and then they make a run, and it's just because their defense is solid. But yes, just seeing a little bit of emotion. I'd love to see that a little bit more. Every once in a while we'll see it out of the Lady Railers. But having coming up where they are from last year's team, it is something new to them at the varsity level, and they may not have done it at the JV level, but it's okay. It's okay to play with emotion.
The JV, speaking of which, won 53-24. Just missed the running clock there at the end against the Lady Lions of Lanphier. The JV played pretty well this afternoon. Looking at Lincoln, Mia Clark comes into this game, the leading scorer at 13.5 a game. Right behind her, McKinley Knapp at 13-1 a game. And Big Mac had a pretty good game against Glenwood before fouling out last Saturday.
She did. Also in there is Lily Holmes, who's averaging 9.4, and Piper Whiteman, in just 2 games back, is averaging 5 points. So it's nice to see some other Lady Railers maybe getting to the scoring. I was really excited with Mason McLeod hitting 2 big threes for the Lady Railers last Saturday, and Grace Schneider hit an outside shot when we needed it there right down in the crucial time. So I think getting 4 and 5 players in the scoring column would be great for the Lady Railers.
The return of Piper Whiteman gives the Lincoln Lady Rail Splitters some additional depth and some additional scoring coming off the bench, or whether Piper gets to finally start or not, we don't know. But turning around and getting her back in the lineup was crucial, I think, to this basketball team as they make a stretch run here in January and February.
I think so. Teams, they have to guard her in so many different ways because she can hit the 3, she can go inside and score. She's got great moves inside. And she's got a little bit of height, so she can get in there and rebound for the Lady Railers. And that's another thing that I think she'll bring is the rebounding aspect. So as well as what she can do offensively, I think defensively having another 5'8", 5'9" player in there will only help on the defensive boards.
Folks, it is up to you, the fans, and the supporters to help keep this program on the track that was set the last 4 years. And to that end, there will be a fundraiser Wednesday night, January 22nd, from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. over at El Mazatlan Restaurant and Grill. Gee, I hope I pronounced that right. They threw that one at me. El Mazatlan Restaurant and Grill, 203 Madigan Drive here in Lincoln, Illinois. A portion of sales from the restaurant that day go to the Lincoln Lady Railer Booster Program. So they want to thank you. Want you to come out on Wednesday, go to the restaurant, get your lunch, get your dinner there. A portion of the proceeds go to the Booster Program, and the Booster Program does a lot of nice things. They help feed the team when they're on the road. They can help buy equipment. We know from the boys Booster Program all the things that they've done for them. And if you're looking to have an athletic program, Boosters certainly help out.
Absolutely. The girls should be rewarded for being an athlete and for the representing Lincoln High School in the community as well. So I know we started doing that fundraising with a breakfast, a pancake and sausage breakfast under Coach Foltz that we would hold over at Carroll Catholic Gymnasium. And again, it helped pay for going to camps. I'm not sure the girls go to camps anymore, but just having the travel gear that they wear the day of games is phenomenal. I love seeing that and letting them represent and show that they have a game and showcase themselves. So, yeah, come on out to El Maz and grab a bite to eat and help support the Lady Railers.
There's only so many McDonald's meals that these kids can eat, and every once in a while when they're on the road, it's good that they can have a nice meal out on the road or before they go out on the road. And to that end, they will be playing Monday in the Kip Hoop Fest. That'll be a 2:30 start against Leiden High School up at the Kip Hoop Fest. They won last year up at Kip. They won the year before when the girls set a record 14 threes as juniors, and then they've destroyed Kenwood Academy last year. But of course, it's going to be about the coldest day of the year when Connor and I have to trek up to Chicago. So, we'll be popsicles up there, but we'll bring you the game again, 2:30 afternoon on Monday. Then they got to turn around and they got a tough game over at Mount Zion on Tuesday night. Bobby V will be doing that game with us. I simply hope that Denver Anderson has finally graduated over there. I think she played 6 or 8 years over there. It seemed like she played forever. There's just some of those girls some of those names that seem to stick around forever. But Mount Zion's always had a good girls program. That will be a tough road contest for this team.
Yes, it will. We had talked about after the last game that the Lady Railers had a week off and use that time to prepare for the upcoming 2-3 weeks that they have that are just solid. So a lot of competition, and again, we need to see what we can do on the road and see if we can pick up some of those tough wins on the road.
The band is in the house. Both teams have gone over their respective benches. We're going to send it back to the WLCN studios for a 90-second timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups. You're listening to Lady Raider Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
This is Corporal Brian Clements with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln-Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to a shooting that occurred on December 30th, 2024 at approximately 7 to 8 p.m. in the area of the North Jefferson Street near the Logan County Fairgrounds. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries from a small caliber gunshot. At this time, no description of a suspect was given. If you have any information on this crime, please contact the Lincoln-Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward of up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln-Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. WLCN's Lady Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
Wraps up the national anthem here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, the Palace on Prim. We're going to turn over to my broadcast partner, the coach, Jan Bowers, to bring you the starting lineups for today's game.
All right, first of all, let's start for the Lanphier Lions. They're coming into the game with a record of 6-9. They are 2-2 in the conference. They will be starting at one guard, number 5'9" junior, number 12, Angel Price. At another guard, a 5'6" junior, number 14, Lovely Jackson. At a forward, 5'9" freshman, number 15, Amaya Jarrett. And at a forward, a 5'7" junior, number 22, Shantiana Walker. And starting at center for Lanphier will be a 6-foot senior, Thomasina Moore, who wears number 40. Lanphier Lions are coached by Doug Collins.
One of the nicest people you'd ever run into.
Absolutely.
In a former Lanphier guard.
He's been there for a long time, hasn't he?
Good guy. especially when you had a crowd around. It was a thrill. It made you want to play at the varsity level.
Absolutely. All right, let's meet the starting lineups for the Lincoln Lady Railers coming into this contest with a record of 8-9 and a conference record of 4-2. They will be starting at one guard, a 5'7" junior, number 2, Lily Holmes. Again, third leading scorer for the Lincoln Lady Railers at just over 9 points a game. They will also be starting at point guard, number 3, a 5'4" junior, Grace Schneider. Another guard, number 11, a 5'6" junior, Mason McLeod. At forward for Lincoln, 5'9" junior, number 25, Mia Clark. And at center for the Lincoln Lady Railers, the 5'9" senior, number 31, McKinley Knapp. The Lady Railers are coached by Taylor Rohr and assisted by Corey Farmer.
Taylor Rohr in her 13th season at the helm, coming off a second-place finish and a state championship. And we want to give a shout-out to Cocoa Chipmunk Cheeks Chloe Froby, who, as a freshman for Colorado State, had an unbelievable game the other night, 18 points and 18 rebounds. And Jan, rebounding's all about effort, and that's some effort for a freshman girl at 5'9" playing a point guard slot to get 18 rebounds in the game.
Absolutely. So happy for Chloe. She's really figured out how to play at the college level. The first couple of games, I think she was kind of feeling her way, and it didn't take her long to figure it out. So very excited and happy for Chloe, the success she's having for Colorado State.
Knapp and I think Thomasina Moore are about to tap it up at center circle, and Thomasina's hair goes down behind her number, so we can't see her number on the back. But Mack and Moore to tap it up, and a tap in the backcourt goes to Lily Holmes. Lily into the front court, looks, gets it to Schneider. Schneider between the circles, going to drive right down the lane. Kick out, left side McLeod, baseline 3, good, bang, a collision concept 3. For Mason, it goes down, and we're up 3-0.
Great start, but that all was because of Grace and the penetration she made in the kick out. So that was a great start for the Lady Railers.
Lincoln sets up in the 1-2-2. They go right side to Jarrett. Jarrett down in the corner to Lovely Jackson. Back out to Jarrett. Jarrett in the lane, ball lost, and Schneider comes out of there with it, and pushing the ball is Grace. Now Grace will pull it back out. Nope, throws it into Knapp. Good pass to McKinley. Up, no good. Got a little push in the back, and Jackson comes out of there with it. Good pass from Schneider to Knapp, and McKinley just a little bit too hard on the layup. Jackson out front against the Lincoln pressure. Drives, goes inside. They go inside to number 22, and that's Walker, Shondiana Walker. Down the lane. Jarrett goes down the lane and gets called for traveling.
Lanphier playing a 3 perimeter, 2 low, 2 inside in their offense, which really just plays right into the matchup. 1-2-2 defense for Lincoln.
Lincoln in the backcourt. Clark to Schneider. Schneider across the timeline. Grace around the screen at the key. Kicks it off to Holmes. Holmes goes inside Knapp. Knapp kick out to McLeod. Left side 3 again. Up and good. And 3 seconds going to be called on McKinley Knapp.
Well, that's nice to see Mesa hitting those shots early in the game. It's too bad that that one didn't count. Got that 3-second call, but that's good to see.
Nice kick out by McKinley. Mesa knocked the 3 down, but Mack got called for 3 in the lane. They go inside, ball batted away. Nice defense by Mia Clark, and here comes Lily with it. Lily up the floor, inside to Mack. Mack, nice kick out to McLeod. Baseline 3 again. 3 in a row. Only 2 of them counted. A collision concept 3 for Mesa, and she's got 6. Mesa's up 6-0 on Lanphier.
I think we got away with the travel there underneath the basket. You can hear Coach Collins call that out, but we'll take that 3-pointer.
6:12 to go here in the first quarter. Turnaround shot up, no good by Jarrett. Ball batted out of bounds, and it'll go Lincoln's way as Thomasina Moore knocked it out of bounds.
It was a nice little spin move and shot by Amaya Jarrett, just couldn't get it to fall.
Apollonia Collins in the basketball game for Lanphier. As Clark, left-handed dribble. Clark dribbling it up. Nice crossover dribble. Beats the defense. Mia down the lane. Threw up a left-hander. No good. And Lanphier was able to knock it off of her, and it goes out of bounds. It'll go Lincoln basketball. That was a good play by Amaya Jarrett to save the ball in, turn around, knocked it off of Mia Clark, knocked it off of her legs. Like the aggressive, though, by Mia Clark to crossover dribble, go down the lane, try and get the shot off.
Absolutely. Lanphier putting on a man-to-man full-court press.
They go inside, turnaround shot up and good. As Angel Price hits the 5-footer in the lane. It's 6-2 Lincoln, 5:34 to go. Here comes Snyder up the floor. Snyder bounced past the Knapp, got in the trees, and it was kicked, and the ball on the floor, and it's going to go Lanphier's way on a jump ball.
So Lanphier doing a good job of getting the ball inside, and that's going to be difficult for Lincoln to stop. They're going to have to make sure they only give one shot and really block out on the defensive end if they penetrate inside.
Jan, I kind of like the way the girls are pushing the ball a little bit harder today up the floor. And there's the trap, and they didn't get the trap on. They go inside. Walker up, no good, hit the bottom of the backboard, and Lanphier able to save it in. Price, the basketball. She loses it out of bounds as Snyder batted it away from her. Collins up coaching his girls, setting his offense. Out front they go to Jarrett. Jarrett goes in the lane, 10-footer on the run and nails it. And it's 6-4 Lincoln. Clark up the floor in a hurry to Holmes. Lily stops, double team, back out front. Mia, nice bounce pass to McKinley. To Lily, baseline drive, nothing there, gets it to Mia. Mia in the lane, throws it up, no good, and a foul on the floor.
You know, Jay, there were two opportunities for what you and I have talked about where the Lady Railers had a little 10-foot, 15-foot jump shot there, and we're not looking for that shot, and I think that will increase their scoring opportunities if they're ready to hit that shot instead of looking to penetrate and dish off one more time.
Shawnee Allen Walker with the foul, her first, team's first. They go to Clark, baseline, nice fake by Mia, 15-footer up, no good. Good idea, battle for the rebound, and Collins came out with it, throws it out to Walker. Walker, backcourt, Jackson. Jackson out at the center circle. Goes right side to Jarrett. Jarrett, spin move. Jarrett in the lane. 10-footer up, no good. Rebound ball on the floor. Mia Clark takes it out of there. And here comes Mia pushing the ball up the floor. Lanphier gets back on defense. They throw it inside Knapp. Knapp, layup time, good.
Nice look by Mia Clark. What a great pass inside. That's all about, for those young players, you always have to keep your head up and look forward, and that's what Mia did, and she found a wide-open McKinley Knapp under the basket.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center is one of our sponsors, located at 304 North McLean Street and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953, located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauincorporated.com. So, Coach, let me ask you this one. You're playing against a team that is struggling. Lanphier is struggling. You're playing against a team that maybe, I don't know that they handle the ball exceptionally well. So if you're able to have a good game against them, does that help you build your confidence to get back on track? Or do you go back and say, we played a team that really was struggling, wasn't very good this night. It's hard for me to gauge how good we came out of it.
You know, it's a situation where you can practice things that maybe you wouldn't normally be able to do. So right here you see McKinley Knapp is just running down the middle of the floor and getting some easy baskets where against other teams it may not happen. But maybe that will incite us to look ahead in the future for her on that type of a situation. So, you know, we're still coming off a 3-game losing streak, so it doesn't matter who we're playing. We're just looking for that win, and I think that's what the Lady Railers are looking to do right now. They're playing hard on both ends.
Snyder got called for the foul. There was a travel under the basket, no call. Lanphier back up and in, didn't see who got the basket.
It was number 10.
I think it may have been LaPeronia Collins that got the bucket. Lanphier putting on a press. Lincoln having a little trouble with it. Now Snyder breaks it, gets it to Piper Whiteman. Piper in the basketball game for Lincoln as Mia Clark takes a seat. They go into Big Mac again. Got her up and good.
Again, good job by the Lady Railers to find Knapp, who's wide open underneath.
Jatea Pates in the basketball game also for Lanphier. Jackson handles it out front against Holmes. They go into Walker. Jarrett's going to go down the lane, spin move. 3 seconds in the lane, the call against Lanphier.
Lanphier's running a little 1-3-1, which is causing a little bit of trouble for Lincoln because they're getting the ball to the elbow and that player's penetrating, or they've got a person underneath running the baseline, and that's causing a little bit of trouble for the Lady Railers right now.
Lanphier drops back into man-to-man. They go right wing, Whiteman. Piper going to drive it in. Piper looking for somebody. Hand off to McLeod. McLeod, they go to Knapp again. Nice cut, nice back cut. And they found Mack, and she lays it up and in. Make it 12-6 Lincoln.
Nice assist there by Holmes. Great looking, great pass.
12-6, 2:50 to go here in the first quarter. Lincoln's offense looking pretty good right now. Jarrett throws the ball underneath and threw it out of bounds. Trying to hit Angel Price under the bucket.
Good defense there by Grace Schneider, really bodying up and making contact. And if she had not done that, it would have been an easy pass and 2 points. So good defense there by Grace.
Mason inbounds, gets it to Lily. Holmes quickly up the floor. Here comes Lily on the run. Lily and Jarrett all over her. Goes right side Whiteman. Lanphier trying to pick up their defense now. Hand off to Schneider. Grace will start the offense. Schneider dribbling it out front. Schneider goes right side, in trouble, gets it into Knapp, up and good.
Great pass.
Grace recognized the double team and got it into Big Mac.
Love the bounce pass. That was the only pass that was getting there, would be able to get there. So good job, Grace, on recognizing that.
They go to Lovely Jackson, free throw line. She's going to go right down the lane, throws it up, no good. And McKinley with the rebound. Jan, I really like the fact that Grace took the extra dribble and got the angle to make that bounce pass.
She did, absolutely.
Schneider goes in the corner, Whiteman, 18-footer on the corner, bang! Ends just inside the three-point line, and Piper knocks it down. It's 16-6. A minute 47 to go here in the first period. They go into Jarrett. Spin move in the lane against Whiteman. Up and no good. In and out. Ball on the floor, and Piper goes and grabs it.
Great blockouts there by the Lady Railers. Did you see that? We had four Lady Railers finding a play.
Schneider ahead to Knapp in the corner. Holmes. Lily, 10-footer. Good.
Love the unselfishness there.
Piper could play tight end. She just grabbed that ball away from the defender.
And good recognition there by Lily to catch and shoot right away.
18-6. Jackson out front. Price with a long three and drains it. Angel Price with a three bomb, and that makes it 18-9. Schneider through the double team. Grace ahead to Piper wasn't ready for that pass. Turned her back, and here comes Lanphier the other way. Then Schneider steals the basketball. Just under a minute, Schneider gets it to McLeod. Ahead to Whiteman. Piper across timeline. Piper right side Knapp. McKinley, Schneider the cutter. Schneider gets fouled. Schneider fouled on the floor. I like the way they're spreading Lanphier out and looking for the cutter, Jan.
Absolutely. Good job there by Grace to recognize the opening and take that cut. And Piper hit her with a pass and a good job of, I thought she was going to draw that foul and get to go to the line, but it was called on the floor. Good recognition. Lady Railers playing with some intensity here tonight. This afternoon. I keep forgetting where we are.
Angel Price, her first foul. McLeod had three, didn't take it. Back out to Whiteman. Whiteman right side. Now to Sienna Adams in the basketball game. Between the circles, she'll reset the offense. Just under 30 seconds to go. Adams trying to get the screening and the movement going. Sienna going to drive right side. They go inside. Knapp. Go, good pass, up and good. Great play right there. McKinley lays it up and in. She's got double figures. Here in the first quarter, it's 20-9.
We're racking up the assists here today.
Lanphier, they go to Jarrett down the lane. Lovely Jackson up and good. Nice give and go by Lanphier, and that makes it 20-11. And that's probably going to be the score here at the end of one. It is. That's the end of the first quarter with Lincoln leading 20-11. We'll send it back to WLCN for 60 seconds. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on 96.3 FM.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. WLCN's Lady Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC.
Jan, Lincoln's offense and defense looking pretty good here in the first quarter, putting up 20 in the first quarter against Lanphier and a 20-11 lead with Big Mac 10 points. A lot of assists being racked up by the girls.
Lanphier's having a little bit of trouble staying with the Lady Railers in that man-to-man defense, but a good job of recognizing, cutting to the open spot, and the players finding the player that's open. So good job there. Got a little injury here on the floor.
Piper missed a three out of the corner, and one of the Lanphier girls got the rebound and took off with it. And the foul is on Sienna Adams, her first. She went for the basketball, and the Lanphier girl went down. That is Amaya Jarrett, who went down pretty hard, and she's back up and looks like she's going to be okay. So trainer Matt goes over to have a look at her, and Doug Collins may go ahead and substitute for her, and we'll get her over to the bench where trainer Matt going to take a look at her. She had a little bit of a limp going over to the bench. Not sure if she maybe banged a knee, twisted an ankle.
Great start again by Lincoln to score 20 points in the first quarter. That's huge, very important.
There was the trap at half court we talk about. That's the turnover they got on Lepronia Collins, and Walker going to come, Jarrett going to come right back in the basketball game. So she's okay, and on the turnover, Lincoln will have it back, leading 20-11. 10 seconds have elapsed here in the second quarter. Adams, the basketball. Lincoln sets up in a box, and here comes McKinley Knapp across on the screen. They're fronting her. Another double teaming McKinley in the post. So Lincoln going to need to find another way to get some scores or another offensive option here. Adams drives in the lane, kick out to McKinley. McKinley out front, Whiteman, three on the way. Bang, a collision concept three. Pretty Piper Whiteman knocks down the three, and there's your other offensive option. She's got 5 and Lincoln up 23-11.
Absolutely. Good recognition. Nice little set play there by Lincoln.
Jarrett, nice pass inside Jackson, and Lincoln letting the ball get inside awful easy. Shot up and no good by Lanphier out of the corner. Shot by Walker, and Knapp comes out of there with it. Adams across the timeline, lost the dribble, gets it to Whiteman. Whiteman to Holmes. Lilly, nice ball fake. Inside Knapp, McKinley up and no! Oh! Almost a three-pointer right there.
Yes, what a great look there by Lily Holmes coming off the dribble, and again with another bounce pass. So very excited to see the Lincoln team recognizing that is the best pass. No floaters. We're looking at the good, solid, fundamental bounce pass today. So McKinley Knapp just couldn't quite get that to fall, but we'll go to the line. Hopefully she'll make the free throws. Something
tells me passing may have been a focus of practice this week.
Yes.
Could we suppose that's the case? Big Mac first one up and good. McKinley Knapp, she has 11 and it's 24-11 ladies. The foul was on Lovely Jackson, her first, the team's first of the second quarter. And the 5'9" senior spins it, eyes it up, and got them both. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 25-11, and Big Mac's got 12. Jackson hounded in the backcourt against the pressure, and the count is on, and that may end up being she traveled in the backcourt. There it was. And Lincoln's defense, no, I take that back. Doug Collins got the timeout. Before the travel or the 10-second was called, it's a 30-second timeout. Let's tell you about some more of our fine sponsors because we've got plenty of them. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, located at 628 North Chicago. He's got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Complete Lawn Care, offering year-round service for all your outdoor needs, including lawn care, gutter cleaning, and snow removal. For a free estimate or more information, call 217-732-9734. Coach Doug Collins got that timeout right before there was either a travel or 10-second call going to be right there at the half-court line.
Well, the Lady Railers doing a good job with this full-court press, and very impressive that they're not getting too excited and reaching in and allowing the turnovers to occur on their own.
Lincoln gets the turnover and some great passing right there. They got it to Mesa, who hit an 18-footer and knocks it down, and Mesa McLeod has 8. Lincoln up 27-11. And again, Lanphier struggling in the backcourt, and Lincoln traps Lovely Jackson, and Sienna Adams is going to get called for a foul, and she did. She did reach around from behind. It looked like a pro wrestling move there. She was trying to put, I think, Lovely Jackson in a sleeper hold and got called for a foul.
It's going to be a second foul on Sienna, so Grace is going to come back into the game now.
Grace Snyder back in the basketball game for Lincoln. Mia Clark has been on the bench for quite some time. Piper Whiteman still in the game. They go inside to Walker. Walker free throw line. Jackson in the right corner. Jackson back out front. Jarrett back to Jackson. Jackson 23-footer way short. Ball bounces off the Lanphier knee. Schneider chases it down. Gets it to Mesa. Mesa back to Grace. And Lincoln will slow it down just a little bit as Taylor Rohrer calls out a play from the sidelines. Schneider right side goes around the double screen. Schneider down the lane. Good kick out Mesa. Left side three. A rainbow. Nope. And it bounces up and hit the shot clock.
Again, as we said, this is a good time to try some different offenses and see what can happen and get players used to reacting off of a different offense than what they're normally used to. So I like that coaches are trying to do something a little different.
27-11, the Lincoln lead. 5:48 to go here in the half. They go inside. Shot up by Angel Price. Good. She got the ball inside. They do a nice job on the give and go. And she gets a shot to go in. 27-13 and give Price 7. Schneider quickly in the corner. Knapp. Knapp out front. McLeod. McLeod back out front to Schneider. Lincoln will reset again. Here comes the double screen once again. And Schneider unable to get rid of her defender. Gets it to Whiteman. Bang! A collision concepts three from 20 feet off the right side. Piper Whiteman showing what she can do. She's got 8. It's 30-13. They go to Walker. Walker free throw line. Bulls are way down the lane, and I think McKinley's going to get called for the foul.
That was a 4 3-pointer for Lincoln already in the game.
McKinley Knapp, her first foul. That's 3 on Lincoln here in the second quarter. The first on Big Mac. Jarrett will inbound under the Lanphier basket. Looks to go inbound. The count's on. They finally do get it inbounds. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and that may have saved Lanphier right there because that count was getting awfully close to 5. So they'll have it again underneath their own basket, left side. Looking to get it inbounds, looking to get it inbounds. Kick it out front, Jackson. Jackson goes right down the lane, throws it up, no good. Ball on the floor, and Pates comes out of there with it. They get it out. Right side, long bomb three, up no good by Price, and ball on the floor, and there's a foul called here, and it may go against Lincoln.
Again, always difficult to rebound against that long shot. It just caroms off so far that it's almost an advantage for the offensive team to get that rebound.
Piper Whiteman got called for the foul, and they're saying it was on a shot. I'm not sure about that.
I think she was backing into her. I did think she was trying to shoot, and she just backed into her.
So, second one for Jarrett, and it went up off the back of the iron and in. She gets them both, and it's 30-15. Here comes ladies the other way. Schneider kick to Knapp to Mesa, back out to Grace. Lincoln moving the ball pretty quickly here today and causing Lanphier a lot of problems. Whiteman in the corner, McLeod. They go inside to Knapp. McKinley double, triple team. Ball knocked away from her, and there's a foul called.
And it's very impressive that offense, you're saying, not only moving the ball, but they're doing it without the dribble. So instead of the 1-2 dribble, pick it up, they're moving the ball, recognizing the open player, and able to find the inside pass there to McKinley Knapp. Great offense by the Lincoln Lady Railers.
That foul was on Amaya Jarrett. They go inside Lily Holmes. Lily had the ball stripped away from her. Could have been a foul there, no call, and here comes Lanphier the other way. They get it to Jackson. Jackson tries the floater pass. Actually, it worked. Price throws it up, doesn't get it to go. Whiteman the rebound. Here comes Piper the other way. Piper has numbers, gets it to Knapp. McKinley traveled the ball, no call. Gets it back up, no good. Jackson the rebound, and Holmes is going to get nailed for the foul. Lily reached in.
She did. She did.
And we're going to go the other way, shooting free throws with 4:09 to go here in the half.
Tough shot there for Knapp down at this end. Might have been better to actually jump stop, pump fake, and then go up. It was hard to catch that ball and try to get that shot off in one motion.
Lovely Jackson at the free throw line for Lanphier. Up and no good. She will have one more coming. Second one up and good. Make it 30-16, the Lincoln lead. Full court pressure applied by Lanphier. Grace quickly ahead to Piper. Piper stop and pop from 15. Short, no good. Rebound goes to Thomasia Moore back in the basketball game for Lanphier.
I love that shot, though, from Piper. That's the pull-up jumper that we need to take.
Jarrett traveled out front, no call, and Jackson just throws up a wild shot and gets bailed out with a foul call against Lincoln. And the foul is going to go against Whiteman. 2 on Piper.
Piper second. We have Sienna Adams with 2.
Again, 30-16, 3:51 to go. And a shot up and no good by Lovely Jackson.
Lanphier able to get that ball inside and making a little drive there, and we're stopping the pass out to the wing, but I think we need to drop in and stop, maybe invite that pass from the wing and not let them penetrate in the lane and draw that foul.
She gets the second one. Lead is 13, 3:49 to go here in the half. Lincoln up 30-17. Schneider around the screen from Whiteman. Kick to Knapp. Knapp. McLeod, baseline 3. That ball might have been hit.
Deflected, I thought.
And it ended up hitting the side of the backboard, going out of bounds. It'll go back Lanphier's way.
Maybe our eyes deceived us, but I thought it was a Lanphier player that got a little piece of that ball.
That ball yes. had a hook to it that isn't normal.
That's a heck of a spin you can put on that ball.
Lanphier coming the other way. Jackson around the Jarrett screen. She goes right down the lane, just throws it up and got it. Coach, you don't want to let them back in the basketball game when you had them down and on the ropes.
Exactly. Again, that penetration inside, we need to send them to the sidelines. You always want to angle them to the corner of the floor, not have that angle to the basket.
Schneider to McLeod, and she got knocked to the ground. And the foul is on, I believe, Amaya Jarrett. It is.
So defensive body position, you're always trying to angle the offensive player to the corners and make them go out and away from the lane in the basket. That's where your help can come in. But if we allow that penetration down the middle, we're going to be in a world of trouble here.
They get it inbounds to Whiteman in the corner to Knapp. McKinley, had a lane, gets it to Schneider, up and gone! Nice pass from McKinley to Grace. A good cut. She laid it up and in, make it 32-19.
Great assist there by McKinley. Again, the Lady Railers with their head up and watching the floor, and a great cut there by Grace and finish.
Jackson across the timeline. They're running Jarrett as a high screen against the point. They go to Walker. Walker just threw it right into the hands of Piper Whiteman. Here comes Piper the other way. What will she do? Left side McLeod in the corner. Holmes. Rainbow 3. No, too strong. Rebound. Knapp up. No good. And traveling on the rebound by Lanphier, and I think Thomasina Moore got called for the shuffle.
You know, something Lady Railers have, their bigs can bring the ball up the floor. Mia Clark, right there, Piper Whiteman, they're able to bring the ball up the floor, and that makes it more difficult for the defense to know who to stop. So good job there by the Lady Railers.
They get it out to Piper, long 3, back of the iron, no good. And Jarrett's going to chase it down right in front of the Lanphier bench. Again, 32-19, the Lincoln lead, stolen nearly by Schneider. Here they come, down the lane, left side, up, no good. The rebound underneath. Jarrett has it tied up by Holmes, and a jump ball going to be called.
I thought McKinley Knapp had good position on the initial shot and perhaps had an over the back on the Lanphier player, but no call. I thought it was a good block out.
Thomasina Moore out of the basketball game. Pates back in the basketball game for Lanphier. They go inside. Good defense. Ball batted out of bounds. Jarrett will inbound again under the Lanphier basket across from the Lincoln bench, left side. Looks, and finally gets it inbounds. Gets it inbounds to Price. Price back to Jarrett in the corner. Jarrett thought she traveled the basketball. Looks back out front, gets it out front to Price. Back to Jarrett, and it's call here.
3 seconds again.
3 seconds again in the lane.
I've had that several times tonight, this afternoon.
And here comes Lincoln the other way. Minute 58 to go here in the half. Up 32-19. Schneider looked inside to Knapp. Gets it back out front, Whiteman. They're double post here. Post and Holmes high, Knapp low. Now Lincoln gets everybody outside the lane. They go to McLeod, right side. Mesa to McKinley. Lily going to drive in the lane. Got bumped, throws it up. No. I think they're going to say it's on the floor. Let's see. Yep. Foul on Lanphier. The foul's on number 22, and that is Shantania Walker, her second, and the fourth team foul on Lanphier this quarter. McLeod to Holmes, out front Whiteman. Around the horn they go to Schneider. In the corner, Mesa. Mesa throws it inside to Knapp, and McKinley was backing up. Lovely Jackson knocked it out of bounds. At least it was not a floater pass.
It was not. It was not. Little fake right there and had Whiteman wide open, but she saw McKinley. McKinley had a great post.
Yes, she did.
It was just a good drop by Lanphier.
Mesa to inbounds, goes into Lily. Lily bumped from behind, and she's going to the line. And that will be the third foul on Shantania Walker.
Nice cut there by Lily. She's so sneaky. She really has a good knack for finding that opening around the basket.
Lily, one of the better athletes on the team.
Yes.
Lily Holmes at the free throw line. Rainbow shot up and good. 33-19, and Lily Holmes, that should be 3 points for her.
Only the second time we've been to the line here this afternoon for Lincoln.
And if I'm right, 3 for 3 so far.
Yes, don't you jinx.
Second one up, and I did it. It was on. That's on me, folks. Not on her. That's on me. 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. They go right side. Jarrett. Jarrett looks inside. Jarrett spin move, throws up a wild shot, and got bailed out by Mesa McLeod. First on Mesa.
Well, I don't think Mesa probably anticipated she was going to shoot that.
No, but I wouldn't have guessed it either.
No, but that's Jarrett's shot. She likes that spin move and a jumper. So we have to recognize that.
Up and good. Jarrett gets a free throw.
She's 3 for 3 from the line.
33-20. Mia Clark going to come back in the basketball game. Piper Whiteman going to take a seat. A lot of minutes there for Piper here in the first half.
Good job by Piper. Offense and defense.
Second one up, and nope, didn't get it. And McKinley with a nice screen out and rebound. 33-20, minute 15 to go. Schneider into the front court, being hounded. Snyder right side looking for somebody. Clark on the pop out. Goes inside, bad pass to Knapp. McKinley fights for it in a jump ball call, and it's going to go Lincoln's way.
Yeah. So Grace in trouble there. Lady Railers needed to move and open, so McKinley Knapp was posting on the block, but she needed to pop out to the wing, just get a pass, give it back to Grace, and then bust back down inside, and probably could have had a basket there. But we need to pop out and help out when we pick up the ball.
Nice pass up and no good. It was blocked. Holmes with the left-handed shot. It was blocked by Lanphier. Krista Masters, number 24 in the basketball game now for Lanphier. They go into the corner. In the corner they go. Back out front, Price. Price is going to go down the lane. Lincoln needs to stop that. Up and no good. Knapp with the rebound. Saved it inbounds, but stepped on the baseline. And always a dangerous proposition when you save it under the other team's basket.
Absolutely.
In fact, most coaches would just say, let it go.
Let it go. Mm-hmm.
Masters to inbound. Lanphier on the stack, and Lanphier, they get it out front. And Schneider with a great steal. Great steal by Schneider. Ball on the floor. Here comes Lanphier with it. Jarrett throws it up. No good. Ball still on the floor. Ball on the floor. Ball on the floor. A fight for it. And a jump ball is called, and it's going to go Lanphier's way.
Good hustle there by Grace. She's playing good defense tonight.
29 seconds on the clock. Lanphier gets it on the alternating possession. They threw it right to Mia Clark. Mia ahead to Grace. Grace going to slow it up. Masters is all over her. They put Masters on her, I think, to harass Grace. And she knocked it away from her, but Grace gets it back. Grace, lob pass inside Knapp. Knapp throws it up. No good, but she's going to go to the line for two. McKinley Knapp, the senior, to the free throw line. 14.8 on the clock. Chance to knock down two free throws, and the foul was on Amaya Jarrett, and that is her third. McKinley up, no good. Back in the iron.
McKinley 2 for 3 so far this afternoon. See if she can knock the second one down.
Second one for the senior. Up and got it. 34-20, the Lincoln lead. 14.8 on the clock. Here comes Lanphier the other way. Lovely Jackson will bring it across the timeline. Jackson, right side dribble, goes right down the lane, just throws it up again. Ball batted around. Holmes has it. Here comes Lillard the other way. 70-footer at the gun. No. Out of bounds at the end of the first half. It is Lincoln 34 and Lanphier 20. We are going to send it back to the WLCN studios for 2 minutes. When we come back, Jan and I will have the Grau Incorporated halftime show. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer Basketball is brought to you by Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Culvers of Lincoln, Grau Incorporated, Chestnut Health Systems, Brian Clark State Farm Insurance, Collision Concepts, Complete Lawn Care, Independent Health Insurance Agent Dara Entwistle, Heartland Bank and Trust Company, Heartland Community College, Lincoln, Emo's Cafe, The Johnson Family in honor of Keith Johnson, LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, LMH Community Health Collaborative, Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, Joe Ryan Country Financial, Schneider Masonry, Simply Traveled Cruise Planners, United Community Bank, City of Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer Basketball.
Back here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, Jay Harden and Jan Bowers as Lincoln leads it here at the half, 34-20. And Jan, Lincoln played pretty well in that first half, especially in the first quarter. Everything was clicking, I thought, on all 8 cylinders in the first quarter.
I think so. They came out with a little bit of aggressive defensive stance there. Players getting touches. We did allow the ball to get inside a little bit, and I think that's something that coaches will address. But at both ends of the floor, I agree, they're playing very hard and had just a ton of assists on finding the open player underneath the basket or on the wing in their offense, so that's great to see.
Obviously, from the first half, Lanphier has shown a propensity that if Jackson or Price or Jarrett gets the basketball out front, they're quite likely just to take it themselves on down the lane and try and drive through that. I would think that that would be something Coach Rohrer would be talking with the girls about at halftime, to say, we got to stop that drive down the lane and force them to let them chuck it from the cheap seats. They haven't shown a propensity to shoot or make a whole lot of three-pointers so far.
Right. Those 3 players are very athletic, and they have good size to them, and so Lincoln, again, going to have to look at the body angles of where they're sending those players and looking to drop inside. But I agree, let's make them hit the outside shot, although the few they've taken, they've got the offensive rebounds because they're coming off the iron. So, we're going to have to do a good job on those players and only give up 1 shot and not give up a second.
That's the other thing we've seen, too. Lincoln's done a pretty good job of actually screening people out, but there have been times where Lincoln has screened people out, but then the ball falls right down and nobody goes for the basketball, which allows a Lanphier player to kind of slide around and grab and get some of those second chance points. I think if Lincoln can cut out some of that, this ball game could be broke open here in the second half pretty easily.
I would agree. And we had opportunities to do that. We missed a couple easy baskets, but that's part of the game. Lanphier is only running their offense to the right side of the floor. Very seldom are they going to the left side of the floor. So Lincoln might want to try directing them that way and seeing if it's a little different, because they like the right hand, and we need to take that away.
What do you got for scoring here in the first half?
All right, so let's start with Lanphier Lions. Linkens, they have 7 points apiece from both Angel Price and Lovely Jackson. Price with 1 3-pointer and 2 field goals, and Jackson with 2 field goals and 2 free throws. Amaya Jarrett also chipped in 4 points with a field goal and 2 free throws, and LaPeria Collins has 2 points on a field goal for their total of 20. For the Lincoln Lady Railers, they are led by McKinley Knapp with 13 points. She's got 5 field goals and 3 free throws, but a lot of those were by great assists from her teammates. We have 2 players with 8. We have Piper Whiteman and Mason McLeod, both who have 2 3-pointers and a field goal. We have Lily Holmes with 3 points on a basket and a free throw. We have Grace Schneider on a basket for 2 points. And we have, I think that's what we have. That's our scoring for the Lady Railers with 34 points here at the half.
Heck of a first half so far for McKinley Knapp with 13 points. I don't know how many rebounds she has, probably a good 5 or 6 at least. But I thought her teammates did a really good job there in the first half of recognizing where she was at, when she got open, and getting her the basketball in a spot she could do something with it. Where she wasn't getting, even if she wasn't getting buckets, she was still in there, drew a couple of fouls.
Absolutely. We've talked about that with McKinley and how important it is for her to establish an inside game, even if it's an inside-out game. And we know that other teams are looking to double-team her, and Lanphier, again, trying to do that, but she's able to free herself up and recognize where the opening is. And sometimes, you know, you're a low-post player, you kind of just stand in one spot, but that is not McKinley. She moves very well underneath the basket and finds where the opening is. And again, her teammates with their head up and looking are able to find her. So a couple times she has kicked it back out. Piper Whiteman also has established a little bit of an inside game and kicked it outside when necessary. Again, we've emphasized that the Lady Railers with some great bounce passes and finding the angles and recognizing how to get the ball to the open player.
We saw in the first half, after the first quarter where Lincoln was up 20-11 and really didn't have an answer for McKinley Knapp inside. We saw Doug Collins do a few different things with his defense. He put a larger player out front on Grace Schneider and had her really basically concentrating on hounding Grace Schneider out front. Also double and triple team McKinley Knapp in the post. Lincoln's going to have to figure out a way to either have someone else step up, and Piper Whiteman did that with a couple of big shots. Mason McLeod in the first quarter with some big shots. Someone else is going to have to continue to step up, which will open things back up inside for McKinley Knapp.
Absolutely. Primarily, Lanphier is playing a man-to-man, although I've seen a little bit of a zone, a little bit more of a matchup as they're trying to figure out how to stop that pass inside to McKinley Knapp. But yes, that was a great play by Collins to put that quicker defensive player on Grace on top. And you've seen Lily Holmes make a couple penetrating drives inside. That's going to happen. Piper Whiteman came down off a fast break and pulled up for a little jump shot. So again, this is great for us to recognize other ways for us to score. What do we need to look for? I'm glad to see Mason McLeod ready to shoot that shot on the perimeter. I think that's huge for Lincoln.
I like the fact, too, that the girls seem to be pushing the ball up the floor more offensively. That puts additional pressure on the defense. And if you got numbers and you can get a good look at the bucket, which they have done on the break sometimes coming down the floor, go ahead and take the break because, hey, layups count, too, just the same as everything else.
Absolutely. I love seeing them push the ball up the floor. And again, they're recognizing that. And again, it's not just the point guard. They're finding any player open, and that player is able to take the ball up the floor, and that makes it harder for the defense. But again, you've got the players running the floor. You got McKinley Knapp getting down the floor. You've got I've seen Lily Holmes, Mason McLeod out on the fast break, and we'll start finding them on the wing, and I think that will create great scoring opportunities from Lincoln, and something that I think they could maybe look to do a little bit more in the future.
This, if this game continues as it has, Jan, this will be an excellent film for the coaches to be able to point out a lot of positives on the game film to say, this is what we did well. We did this very well. You girls did this well. A great reinforcement film, at least the first half so far, and we hope it continues here in the second half.
Absolutely. And you had mentioned that, it looked like maybe the passing was something they worked on, but, that's the advantage of when you have a week. When you get started in the season and you only have 1-2 days and you're trying to prepare for the next team, sometimes you can't go back and work on those fundamentals that you really need to. So it looks like they took advantage of that week off and have the Lady Railers on track, not only offensively but defensively as well.
Girls came back on the floor with about 1:50 to go here in halftime. You You've been listening to the Ground Incorporated halftime show here on WLCN 96.3 FM. We see our friend Don Jordan down here in front of us. We've had a great crowd here today, Jan, a large crowd here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. The band's here entertaining us. So we're about ready to start the second half here at Roy S. with Lincoln going the other way and a ball to start here the third quarter. Again, 34-20 is the lead. And McLeod to inbounds. Starters back on the floor, gets it to Snyder. Good kick to Knapp. McKinley couldn't do anything with it, gets it back out front. Snyder around the screen, going to kick in the corner. Clark. Mia, three out of the corner. Bang! A collision concepts three, and the first points for Lincoln's leading scorer comes off a set play here to start the second half. 37-20, the Lincoln lead.
We started now the first quarter and the third quarter with a three-pointer.
Lincoln going to ramp up the pressure just a little bit. And it looked to me like Price walked out front. She did.
Really like seeing Lily there with her hands up on the defense. When the offensive player picks up the ball, you want to belly up to him with your hands up, and Lily did a great job there and drew that travel.
Schneider going to go inside again. Kick out to Clark. Mia, nice ball fake. Back out front, Schneider. Schneider goes down the lane, left side McLeod. McLeod back out front, Knapp. McKinley drives in, layup time, got it. McKinley drove right around Thomasina Moore and went down the lane, lays it up, give her 15. It's 39-20. A great start so far to the second half. Price still in the backcourt, Finally gets it across the timeline to Jarrett. She went into the backcourt, and the official saw it, and it's going the other way.
I saw it too. I wasn't sure if it was going to be called. Again, good pressure. Lincoln extending out a little bit further. More of a little half-court press.
So Mesa McLeod will have it right in front of what would be the Lincoln student section. Again, big day of basketball here on WLCN. The boys play tonight. The number one ranked Quincy Blue Devils. They go into corner Clark. Mia, three bomb out of the corner. Bang! A collision concepts three for Mia Clark off the set play. And she nailed it home, and it's 42-20. Oh, and McKinley stops. McKinley gets pushed back, and she's going to get called for the foul. McKinley Knapp, that will be 2 fouls on her, and the first of the second half.
Lady Railers with 6 three-pointers so far.
Hey, when you're shooting well, your offense looks a lot better, but they have played really well so far this afternoon. Price to inbounds, gets it to lovely Jackson. Jackson out front, and now there comes the trap, and McKinley bats it out of bounds. I think we've seen more intensity out of this team so far this basketball game, offensively and defensively.
I agree. Love seeing that. Girls are playing hard.
They go to Jarrett. Jarrett, spin move in the lane, pushed off, no call. Rebound, battle under the basket, and Mia Clark's going to get nailed for the foul. Mia Clark with the foul, second on Lincoln here in the third quarter, her first. Up and didn't hit anything but the net. Price with an air ball free throw, and she'll have one more coming. Second one a little bit harder and hit the back of the iron, and Mia Clark comes out with a rebound. Mia, spin move in the backcourt, gets it across the timeline herself. Smart move. Out front, Schneider. And there's Masters again on Schneider. Masters just fouled Schneider. She's in there, obviously, to put as much pressure on Lincoln's point guard as she can. She's bigger. She's about 5'7", 5'8". Grace has given up probably a good 4 inches and some strength to her. They go in to Clark. Nice pass into Knapp. McKinley, little spin move up and good. Got to Harmon, the foul. And the foul is going to go against Angel Price. That is her second. First on Lanphier.
Nice little and one there. McKinley Knapp has so many moves inside. She recognizes where the defense is. She has a nice little spin there and always has her eyes on the basket, and that's so important as an offensive player. Always have your eyes on the basket.
Makes the free throw, and the senior has 18. Lincoln's lead 45-20. Again, a great start here to the third quarter. Jackson traveled with a basketball in the backcourt, and they missed it. And the count's been on, and there's the 10-second call.
Again, good aggressive pressure there by Lincoln and not fouling in that situation. They'll let the turnover happen on its own.
5:59 to go here in the third quarter. Mesa to inbounds. Gets it inbounds to Lily. Lily, and now Masters switches to her. Holmes out front to Schneider. Grace looks to start the offense. Out front, Mia Clark. Mia, 20-footer up, no good. Rebound ball on the floor, and Lanphier going to come out with it. Lovely Jackson quickly up the floor. She's going to take it all the way, throws it up, and no good. Rebound Clark got hit in the back and gets it to Schneider. Grace across the timeline, left side Holmes. Lily going to drive it in, goes down the lane, and got called for traveling. I thought she did pull her pivot foot.
Yes. Just took it a little too far. And so you take it down and you jump yourself back out. That pull-out dribble, create that space.
Lincoln with a 9-0 run to start the third quarter here against the Lions. That ball batted away, and Schneider couldn't get to it quick enough. Jackson throws it across the timeline. Knapp came out to bat it away, and Lanphier has struggling to handle the ball right now, and I think they're going to get bailed out here. Let's see who the foul is on. It may be on Big Mac. Nope, it's on Mesa McLeod. That is her second, and that will send Lovely Jackson to the free throw line.
Jackson's 2 for 4 from the line. Has 7 points so far in the game.
Jackson, several dribbles at the free throw line. Shot up. Nope. Front of the iron, no good. Still 45-20. 5:09 to go here in the third quarter. McKinley looks like she may have gotten popped in the face. Holding her nose and talking to the coaches. Second one up, and it rolls home. So make it 45-21. Lanphier breaks the streak. Mesa to inbounds against the full court pressure. Now Lanphier ramps up their pressure. Schneider in trouble, gets it to Mesa. Quickly ahead to Clark. Mia with numbers. Now Mia in trouble. Throws it inside Knapp. Knapp Mesa. 20-footer on the way. No good. Short. Rebound baseline. Clark has it baseline. Knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Lanphier basketball. And it looks like, Coach, that the ladies were a little confused by that sudden full court pressure Lanphier threw at them.
Yes. Grace did a good job of holding composure there. That's the pass pivot drill you want to work on in practice, where you put a 2-on-1 and you just pivot until you can find the open pass.
Lanphier threw the ball away, and Grace comes the other way. A nice baseline pass to Lily for a 10-footer off the baseline, and give Holmes 5 on the assist from Schneider. 47-21. Lincoln bats it away, and Schneider turns around and had some numbers. Now she finally throws it to Mia Clark. Back out front to Grace. Left side, Lily. Lily, they look for Knapp as the cutter. Out front, Mia, 20-footer on the way. Bang, a collision concepts 3. And Lincoln rolling here to start the third quarter. 50-21 is the lead.
3 threes for Mia here in the third quarter.
And nothing in the first half.
No.
Jackson out front. Jackson drives it, throws it to Jarrett right side. Jarrett, she'll bull her way in the lane. Running one-hander up, and it rolls home. 50-23. Lincoln still in the backcourt against this Lanphier press. Schneider picked up her dribble, now in trouble, gets it to Holmes. Holmes quickly ahead to Clark. Mia throws it to McKinley, up and good. And Lincoln broke the press, got it to Big Mac, give her 20, and it's 52-23.
Good patience there by Lincoln. They received the ball, and they didn't put it into dribble. They stopped and looked, and great passes to find Knapp for an easy 2.
Jarrett again going to run down the lane, pushes off, and misses the shot. Schneider coming the other way. Grace needs to watch from behind, and now she pulls it out. Schneider goes right side, looking for the screen. The screen was not there. Knapp is, let's see what the call is here.
Foul call.
It looks like a foul call. Was that against Masters?
I think so. She tried to belly up on Grace and got called for the foul.
Masters with the foul, her first. Grace and Holmes going to take a seat. Whiteman and Sienna Adams into the basketball game for Lincoln. Not sure we've seen much of this combination. Clark. Nice bounce pass for Knapp, and McKinley couldn't grab a hold of it. Some hands from Lanphier got in there, and Price comes out of there with it.
Again, a pass there from Mia to Mesa on the top would have actually opened up the angle to McKinley for that pass. Sometimes one extra pass will lead to an easy basket.
Jackson with the air ball three. Sienna goes in the corner. Whiteman, oh, nice ball fake. Piper drives in, 10-footer. Yes, and it goes home.
Nice recognition there by Piper and a little jump stop pull-up jumper. Love to see that shot.
And Piper gets into double figures for the first time in her senior season with 10. And we know Angie and Kurt are very happy about that.
Absolutely.
They go into Jarrett. Jarrett free throw line, turns. Another spin move. And a block and foul going to get called on Mia Clark.
Jarrett just does a good job there. As you said, she bowls her way in, and it's hard to defend. Almost, that would almost be worth a double team there.
They throw it into Masters. She's going to throw up a 15-footer, and it clanked off the back of the iron. And McKinley Knapp comes out with a rebound. CC across the timeline. Nice between the legs dribble. Now the double team. She gets it to Whiteman. Piper goes inside to Mack. Mack up and good. Mack with great position inside. And there's no way that Price is going to be able to handle her strength and moves inside. And Mack's got 22, 56-23.
The important thing there was Piper Whiteman coming out and meeting that pass. She saw that the player was in trouble, and she came and met it. And that's what you have to do. You have to recognize and help your players out after they pick up the dribble.
Walker out front. Price. Sienna almost stole it from Jarrett, who posted free throw line. They go right side to Jarrett. Jarrett almost a drive. Whiteman cuts her off, and they do a good job cutting her off. She picks up her dribble. She's in trouble, has to throw it to Price. Price back to Jarrett. Jarrett 18-footer up, no good. Not even close. Walker the rebound. Jackson out front. Jackson gets it to Price. Price, 20-footer up, no good. Sienna Adams tips it out of there, saves it, and it goes right to Masters, out of bounds. It'll be Lincoln basketball.
Good hustle there by Sienna, tracking that ball down.
McLeod to inbounds to CC. CC between the legs dribble and lost it, recovers it left hand.
I love her. I love seeing her try it. That's what you need to do.
And she loses the basketball to Jarrett. Ball thrown ahead of the field. Here comes Jarrett. Jarrett going to be cut off. Spins against Whiteman, throws up a shot, no good. Rebound, Knapp inside.
Good job there, Piper, not to foul in that situation. She created space.
Oh, CC ran the break almost perfectly. The dish to Mia Clark. Mia's in doubles and an assist from CC Adams. Like that aggressiveness, Jan.
Yes, beautiful offense there by Lincoln.
Mia with 11, 58-23, 33 seconds.
We talked about the energy that Sienna brings to the court, and she did it right there. But teammates have to play with you as you do that.
Mia with the steal. Lincoln into the front court. Mia goes inside Knapp, and McKinley couldn't get to the basketball quick enough.
Again, that's players needed to come to me in that situation. That's where your guards and your backup, your point guard, your backup guard, you have to come to the player. You have to come and meet them when they get in trouble there, especially when you've got a forward bringing the ball up the floor.
McKinley Knapp going to take a seat to a round of applause from the partisan Lincoln crowd. And now we notice Mia Clark's out on the point of the 1-2-2 as Rebecca Burge comes into one of the back spots. Jarrett tries to spin, and CC went and stole the ball from her. CC couldn't get a shot off in time at the end of the third quarter. It is Lincoln 58, Lanphier 23. We'll send it back to the WLCN studios for a 1-minute timeout.
An accident or injury can happen any day. If you're living without health insurance, now is the time to find a health insurance plan to protect you and your family. New, low-cost plans cover doctor's visits, hospital stays, prescriptions, preventative care, and more. And you could get a tax credit to help you afford insurance. So call me, Dara Entwistle, 217-737-7581 to help you find a plan that's right for you.
WLCN's Lady Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call
Back here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, Lincoln led 34-20 at half, now up 58-23 at the end of the third quarter. And Lanphier will have the basketball to start the fourth quarter, down 25 points. McKinley Knapp with a big game so far with 22 points. Took a seat. Rebecca Burge in the basketball game for Lincoln. Jackson will have it out front against the defense. They go right side Masters. Masters, ball knocked away by Adams. She's going to get called for the foul.
Number 21, Emma Hutchison, in the ball game for the Lady Railers also. And Jay, the Lady Railers, we have 6 players in the scoring column so far in this game. So we had talked about that before the game.
Lanphier passing it out front. Jackson, they go inside Price, and Adams knocks the ball away again. And Cece bringing that energy you talk about, Jan, playing with a lot of intensity offensively and defensively. And our buddy Diana Johnson Hightower is watching from a much warmer Dallas, Texas than it is here, as Jackson throws up the shot. No good. Rebound. Nice screen out by Mesa. Here comes Cece the other way. Cece up and no good. A little bit too hard. Emma nearly has the rebound. Oh, and it goes to Piper Whiteman. And Whiteman picks up, we got to say it, a garbage bucket.
Yes.
But it's a bucket just the same, and Piper's got 12. 60-23. Shot up by Price. Good from 3. Make it 60-26. And I think that Price has hit their lone 2 3-pointers today, has she not?
She has. You are correct.
Adams across the timeline with a left-handed dribble, and she lost it out of bounds. So Lincoln up 24 points here with 6:18 to go. Or excuse me, 34 points. Hey, we got a running clock. All right.
Yes, we do.
See, I lost track of the score. My math skills failed me.
Gray Gilbert coming into the ball game for the Lady Railers. Where's number 13?
Nice game today by Mesa McLeod. Price. The ball to Collins, and the ball stolen away, and here comes Adams the other way. Sienna up the floor, layup time, got it. Cece's got one speed. It's high.
It is, but she did a good job of gathering herself for that layup.
She
went
did.
so hard the time before, it was difficult to put a soft shot up, but she did a much better job that time.
And an offensive foul called on Lanphier, and the foul is going to go against number 25, Delaney McKenzie, into the basketball game, and I think on an illegal screen. That is her first, the first team foul of the fourth quarter on Lanphier. There goes Cece again. Layup time, a little bit too hard. And the rebound comes out to Lanphier, and here comes Price the other way.
Oh, nice pressure there by Gilbert.
Price out front. Price around the screen from Masters. Back out front, Masters. They go to Price. Price looks inside. Back out front, Masters. Tried to bank home a 3, didn't get it, and Piper comes out with a rebound. 4:50 to go in a basketball game. Running clock here, Lincoln up 62-26. Hutchinson, right-hand dribble, goes in the lane. Nice kick out, Gilbert. Long 3. Oh, just a bit short. Piper, the board up, no good. Gets it again. Piper inside, in the trees. Fights, throws it up, and got the foul.
Good offense there by Lincoln. Found that wide open shot and couldn't get it to fall, but Piper just battling in there against 3 players and able to draw the foul.
The foul is going to go against Angel Price. That is her third.
First free throws on the night for Piper. She has 12 points so far.
Substitutions about to come into the basketball game. Mia Clark for Lincoln. Piper misses the first of 2 free throws. Isabella Rutherford coming in the basketball game for the Lady Lions. Second one for the senior. Got it. So Piper has 13, and she's going to take a seat as Elizabeth Chen, the freshman, comes in the basketball game for the ladies. Clark Oltmans is watching this one while trying to watch the Colorado State-New Mexico women's game at the same time. Clark, you got it set up in your house like LBJ did in the White House, 3 screens going at once. Turnover goes back to Lincoln. Sienna quickly across the timeline. Nice pass inside to Chin, and Sienna got fouled out front. Masters with her second foul, or her third foul, and the third team foul on Lanphier here in the fourth quarter as the clock continues to tick away. Gilbert inbound in front of the Lincoln bench. Gets in the corner, Hutchinson. Nice pass inside to Burge, and Rebecca finally got it, throws it up, and got it!
Good.
Oh, Rebecca Burge, Reba with a bucket. Reba with the deuce, and the harm going to go to free throw line, and the foul goes against Gabriella Walker in the basketball game for Lanphier. And Reba knocks down the free throw to make it a 40-point game, 66-26. Chin knocks the ball out of bounds.
I'm going to mention that was another bounce pass into Burge. Very good job by Lincoln tonight recognizing that. Not sure Burge was looking for it. I think she could have held that post position a little bit longer, but she was able to come away with it and get a three-point play.
Walker nearly threw the ball away. Rutherford comes out of there with it. Collins out front to Rutherford. Rutherford blocked by Adams on the three-pointer. Collins in trouble, gets it back out Walker. They throw the ball away. Adams is going to go chase it down, and off to the races she goes. Layup time coming. CC gets the layup and gives CC 4. 68-26, minute 30 to go. Again, don't forget about the ladies' fundraiser, El Mazatlan. Wednesday, January 22nd. Proceeds from the sales that day go to the Lady Railer Booster Program from 11 to 10 that day. Adams with the foul. She goes hard to the floor, made the layup. It's 70-26, and I believe that is a season high right now, points-wise, for the ladies in a single game.
Another and one opportunity here. See if Sienna can knock this down. Did a good job of protecting on that shot. She knew the defense was coming at her, and she protected with her body and laid that up softly off the glass, and then got nailed.
Shot up and good, make it 71-26. This has been one heck of a second half for these ladies. 41.2 on the clock. Lincoln going to win this one as Rutherford throws up an air ball three, and Gray Gilbert wisely lets it go out of bounds, and it'll go Lincoln's way with 30 seconds on the clock. And she gets it into Adams. Adams, and Collins says no fouls from the sideline. Adams loses the basketball. Cece out front, in front of the Lincoln bench, runs around the screen from Burge. Cece, a handoff to Emma. Emma loses off of her foot nearly in the backcourt, but she recovers. Emma out front, counts on, breaks the count. 3 seconds on the clock. 2, 1, and Lincoln is going to win this one. The Lady Railers, with a fine performance through all 4 quarters here today, win this one 71-26 against the Lady Lions of Lanphier to pull to 9-9 and 5-2 in the Central State 8 Conference. Lanphier will drop to 6-10 and a record of 2-3 in the Central State 8 Conference. We're going to send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Jan and I will have the Growl Incorporated postgame show. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
WLCN's Lady Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, Disney, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Go online to simply-traveled.com.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in Service, Parts, and Detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
WLCN's Lady Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com.
Well, Jan's math skills are much better than mine, so she's totaling up the points for both teams as we speak. And you're welcome to the Grau Incorporated postgame show as a very happy crowd files out of Lincoln High School, Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, with a win for the home team, Lady Railers, sponsored by Heartland Community College, Lincoln's hometown Hawks program. Learn more at heartland.edu/Lincoln. Heartland Community College, live local, learn local. We had a great atmosphere and a nice crowd. The band was playing, and when you win a game like that and perform as well as they did today, it makes everybody happy going home.
Absolutely. And then, again, the Lady Railers needed this win, coming off of some tough losses here, losing 3 in a row and a heartbreaker overtime in the game last Saturday. So what a great opportunity for them to come out and get back on the winning track and, as we said, play with some great intensity to get themselves there.
Obviously, Lanphier struggled at times, but you got to give a lot of credit to Lincoln for causing that. Lincoln did give up 20 points in the first half and only 6 points in the second half. Lincoln really cracked down defensively and then turned defense into offense. They took a lot of times converting turnovers into offense back on the other end.
Absolutely. And I'm sure that the coaches talked about the things we did at halftime because Jarrett, their top scorers there in the first half was 7 and 4 points, only one basket there even in the fourth quarter for Price. She hit her second 3 of the game, but they figured out a way to stop those players from scoring and getting those offensive rebounds. So that was a great job, great adjustments at halftime by the Lincoln coaching staff.
Poor Dave Renfro is making his way up here to our broadcast location to give us what we've already read a couple of times. That's the fundraiser for the ladies out at El Mazatlan Restaurant, 203 Madigan Drive in Lincoln. Proceeds from the sales of that day are going to go to the Booster Program. They do a lot of good work. They buy a lot of stuff, meals for the girls, especially on the road. So thanks, Dave, for making it up here. We didn't want you to have to do that much exercise here today.
I needed it.
He needed it. But, yeah, as I said, a happy crowd filing out of here. And I'll tell you what, we saw some great performances here today. You couldn't fault anybody in the home whites today for the way that they played. I think everybody who got in the game played very, very well.
We did. All 10 players got in the game, and that's great for the players that normally don't see some time to get in and get some experience because there will be games when we're going to need them. Should we get in foul trouble or have injuries or illnesses, they need to have some moments and minutes on the floor, and that's what they did. We had 8 of the 10 players getting to the scoring column, so that was very good.
And we talked earlier about that. Sometimes when you're playing a team like this, you wonder, do you really go away learning much? What is your takeaway from this? And I think one takeaway is a very positive experience for these girls to show how well you can play. I think another positive you can take away from this is, hey, this was a team you were probably supposed to beat, and you put them away. Yeah, you had a pretty good first half against them, but the second half, especially to start the second half, the first 5 minutes of that second half, they literally, that was the nails in the coffin for Lanphier. And to have a running clock in the fourth quarter, I think you can go, if you're the coaches, you can go back and say, this is what you can do.
Exactly. And you want to try some different things. So Lincoln came out and really extended that 1-2-2 up in the half court in the second half and created created some turnovers and easy points early, and that's what they needed to do to experiment and see what that would be. Sometimes you need a game like this, again, just for the players to leave the gym with smiles on their face, the crowd with smiles on their face, everybody getting into the game, everybody feeling like they contributed one way or another. That's very positive for the team.
And I think sometimes it helps the coaches to leave with, I think from a coaching standpoint, you can get down as a coach, you know that. You sit there and go, I'm frustrated, I don't know what to do. We're coming off 3 losses. Yeah, we played well in the last loss, but we're coming off 3 losses. I know what we can do. To be able to come out and show it, hey, this is what we can do. You get a W in the column, you go home a heck of a lot happier.
Absolutely. And again, we talked about the intensity, and it was great to see that it lasted the entire game. And that's what we need. Sometimes you can get ahead and you get a little lackadaisical out there, but that was not the case with the Lady Railers. They played with a lot of fire for the entire game.
Levi Rohrer has joined us on the post-game show. We're going to get Levi's thoughts as to how his team played and how the coaching was from the sidelines today.
Subpar. Coaching, not playing.
Levi says the coaching was subpar. All right, you can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Well, that was, I know Lanphier has struggled at times, but that was, I think, the best 4-quarter performance we've seen all year. I really do. From the intensity standpoint, especially to come out and play the way you did to start the second half. That was, it was one of those deals where you're leading 34-20 at half. You don't want to let them back in the basketball game, and your team came right out and put the nails in the coffin in the third quarter.
Right. I mean, we really kind of let them hang around with us a lot in the first half, and kind of reminded the girls of things that they needed to change on their defense at the half. Got to be in help side. I mean, you can't be hugging shooters, and you have to be in help side. And we were out there hugging on the wing and getting beat off the dribble. And once the girls kind of adjusted to that a little bit, it got better. So rebounding still needs improved, but otherwise, I thought that the kids played really hard, and I thought they looked good on offense, but just need to still get better on defense.
You played, I thought, really well in the first quarter, and then Doug made some adjustments on the other side that kind of slowed things down a little bit there in the second quarter. But I thought you made some adjustments at halftime that really, I said, put the nails in the coffin. They didn't get the dribble drive as easily as they did, obviously, in the second half. You held them to 6 points in the second half, and I think that speaks to the intensity that your defense played with the second half.
I think so, too. I think that, we weren't getting beat off the dribble as much. We were moving when the ball was getting passed. I thought our press looked good against them. We haven't pressed a ton this year, so it was nice to see them come out with intensity in the press, and I think that shook things up a little bit, getting a couple of traps, and they did a good job.
I think I was impressed with the defense, with that press, and the fact that they did get the traps and they didn't reach and get fouls.
Right.
And that's so hard to do, and they did a super job with that.
They did a nice job with that. So that's, when we do practice the press, that is something we do a lot, is reach, and you don't want to do that. You want them to make the mistake, and your weak side is hopefully getting a pick then. So
we are guessing that in practice this week, you preached eliminating a lot of the floater passes and making bounce passes and more crisp passes, which we saw today. I only saw a couple of floater passes today. Most of the passing was done crisp. I saw Grace a couple of times make that extra dribble to get the angle where she could make the bounce pass into the post. Your passing today I thought was outstanding.
Thank you. I thought that they did a nice job with that, too. They took really good care of the basketball today. Yeah.
They did a good job of passing without a dribble. Sometimes we dribble when it's not necessary, and today they did not do that. I thought they all had their eyes up, were looking, looking. They found some. I don't know how many assists you had in the first quarter, but it was amazing because they were looking. They were looking up the floor, and the players were moving to the open spots. And I thought that was really important for them to see that and see that they could run an offense without a lot of dribbling. So that was a really good job.
I agree. The less dribbling, the better. Unless you're going to the basket or you're in trouble. You shouldn't be putting the ball on the floor.
I noticed that offensively your kids pushed the ball a little bit more today. Was that by design?
No, not really. I mean, we worked on it a little bit. They want to push it, but I think sometimes, confidence plays a little bit of a factor in that, and I think they were feeling confident today. We had a week of practice, and we did a lot of stuff where we were getting the ball up and down the floor, and I just think that they felt pretty confident in that, and I thought they did a nice job.
McKinley had a big game today. Inside, she scored, she rebounded, but I thought, again, she does an excellent job of getting position in the post, and she's got some good moves in the post. But I thought the other girls did a really good job of getting her the basketball in a position where she could do something with it, and that's important because big people. That's the thing. People don't realize that your big people inside don't usually get the basketball by themselves. They need help, and that's your guards getting them the basketball.
Right. I mean, yeah, Mac does a great job of posting up. We ran a couple of different plays for her today where we could get her the ball, and the kids made really good passes into her, and she was able to finish, and she kicked it out a couple times too, and we need that from a post player. You need the inside out. So.
That was something else we noticed, especially in the first quarter. You had a lot of kickouts. Mesa was able to get a couple of shots. Actually, she would have had 3 in a row had Mac not got called for the 3 seconds in the lane. But Mesa hit some big shots today. And then Mia didn't score in the first half, but came through with 11 in the second half alone.
Yeah.
And I thought, you got a lot of minutes today from Piper, who hadn't seen that many minutes in a long time, and she was able to get into double figures today. She played a whale of a game.
Yeah, they all played really well. I mean, it's always nice when our scorers are scoring, but, I also really like to give credit to the kids who are getting the ball there. And, that's such an unselfish part of the game is distributing it to the shooter and then the shooter knocking it down. You got to take as much pride in those assists, and the kids played like a team today, and that makes a big difference.
That's a former point guard talking to you folks right there.
How'd you know?
Well, I don't know. We had a former point guard apparently get 18 rebounds out there.
She did.
Isn't that incredible?
Played a great game. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach. Congratulations on the victory. Levi's wanting to go home. There's no snow to play in, buddy. Or very little. No, he wants your phone.
What do you want?
What do you want, bud?
He wants a bottle of water.
Oh.
That's not ours, honey. We get water at home, okay?
He's wanting something to drink, so we're going to let you go. But congratulations on the victory. Got a long trip on Monday to go up to play in the Kip Hoop Fest, and then got to turn around, come back home, and you don't have much time to prepare to go over and play Mount Zion.
Right.
Please tell me that Denver Anderson has finally graduated after, 6 or 8 years there at Mount Zion?
She's the same age as that Chloe and Becca and all them. So she has graduated, but they got a young player, freshman, who's really good, and I think they still got that big inside. So they're still going to be pretty good, and we're going to have to show up to play after a long day on Monday.
Well, you got a lot of positives to take away from this one, especially when you go back and look at the game film, Coach. Congratulations on the victory today. We'll let you go and have more of the Ground Incorporated postgame show. Okay. Thanks, Taylor Rohr, for joining us.
Say bye.
Bye, Levi. Bye, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, do you have scoring total up? We want to give it to the folks. They may have made it to their cars by now.
Sure. So let's start with Lanphier Lions. First of all, we're led by Angel Price. She had 10 points, followed by Lovely Jackson with 8. Amaya Jarrett had 6, and Laparia and Collins chipped in 2 points for their total of 26. For the Lincoln Lady Railers, they were led by McKinley Knapp with 22 points on 9 field goals and 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Second behind her was Piper Whiteman, who came away with 13 points today on 3 field goals, 2 3-pointers, and 1 for 2 from the free throw line. And then Mia Clark with those 3 threes that she hit right off the bat there in the third quarter, and another field goal. So she had 11 points in today's contest. And then Mason McLeod with 2 3-pointers and a field goal for 8 points. We had Sienna Adams, who came through with some big steals and layups there in the fourth quarter. She had 7 points on 3 field goals, and she was 1 for 1 from the free throw line. We had Lily Holmes, who chipped in 5 points on the day. Didn't get a lot of points, but she did some great things on the floor and made some great moves. I just really like watching Lily's game. You talked about how athletic she is. So she had 2 field goals and was 1 for 2 from the line. We also got 2 points from Grace Snyder on a field goal, and we had 3 points off the bench for Rebecca Burge as she scored a field goal and got an and one and hit her free throw.
So Lincoln wins at 71-26, a running clock for the ladies here against Lanphier. An outstanding performance through all 4 quarters, offensively and defensively, for this Lincoln basketball team. Again, remind you they've got a fundraiser on Wednesday, El Mazatlan, 203 Madigan Drive in Lincoln from 11 a.m. in the morning till 10 p.m. Get your lunch, get your dinner there. Proceeds go to the Lincoln Lady Railer Booster Club. But, Jan, a fine performance today. A lot of positives can be taken out of here today. You're on the winning side, but you can also go and say, not only did we win, but we played well, and that means a lot, especially when coaches are trying to teach to young kids. You played, yes, you won, but you played well in winning. Sometimes you can win and not play very well.
Absolutely, and it moves the Lady Railers record to 500 now at 9-9, and moves them to 5-2 in the conference. A big win. They had a week off, as we had said, but they came out with a lot of intensity. I think, you like to have week off, but then again, you're just ready to go, and we needed this win as we lead into a big stretch of games here coming up, some important games and on the road, and hopefully the Lady Railers will be able to pick up some victories, and the girls will continue to play with confidence. And again, they've always been unselfish, which is one of the great things about this team is they don't care who scores, and they move the ball well, and so it was nice to see several Lady Railers get in the scoring column here today.
So, Railer Nation, if you cannot make it the trip over on I-72 tonight, we want you to sit at home, watch it here on WLCN, listen on the Mixler app or on the radio, make some noise, as the Lincoln boys going to need all the help they can get. They go over and play the number 1 ranked 4A team in the state, the Quincy Blue Devils, in Quincy's home floor over at Blue Devil Gymnasium. They'll have to endure the Blue Devil ceremony over there, as well as a hostile partisan crowd in favor of the Blue Devils. Lincoln's Lady Railers go back up to the Kip Hoop Fest, 2:30 p.m. Monday game as they play Leiden High School, and then we'll be back at it at, I believe, 7 or 7:30 on Tuesday night over at Mount Zion as Lincoln faces the Lady Braves in a non-conference road contest. For my broadcast partner, Jan Bowers, for Claudette running the board back at the station, for station manager Jim Ash, social and marketing manager Lloyd Kirby, for Connor Shaw running the camera here, I'm Jay Harden. Lincoln wins it again, 71-26 over Lanphier to go to 9-9 on the year. Good afternoon, and thanks for listening.
An accident or injury can happen any day. If you're living without health insurance, now is the time to find a health insurance plan to protect you and your family. New, low-cost plans cover doctor's visits, hospital stays, prescriptions, preventative care, and more. And you could get a tax credit to help you afford insurance. So call me, Dara Entwistle, 217-737-7581 to help you find a plan that's right for you.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball is brought to you by Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Culvers of Lincoln, Grau Incorporated, Chestnut Health Systems, Brian Clark State Farm Insurance, Collision Concepts, Complete Lawn Care, Independent Health Insurance Agent Dara Entwistle, Heartland Bank and Trust Company, Heartland Community College, Lincoln, Emo's Cafe, The Johnson Family in honor of Keith Johnson, LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, LMH Community Health Collaborative, Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, Joe Ryan Country Financial, Schneider Masonry, Simply Traveled Cruise Planners, United Community Bank, City of Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball.